I've got an admission to make. I am not a natural snorkeler or diver. The last time we went snorkeling or diving was about 4 years ago, and I got really claustrophobic. I had horrible ear problems. I couldn't even get down to do diving. So I'm a little anxious about this. So cross your fingers, I'm crossing my fingers, and we'll give it a try.
Meet Lab Mariner, our home in the water, and her crew. Anubis, the huntress. Jim, the captain. Mocha, the camera dog. Nuala, the greeter. And Stephanie, the cruise director. We leave the anchorage in Key Biscayne early in the morning and arrive at the marina in Bimini at around 2 p.m., which left us with plenty of time to check in with customs and immigration and to get the Lab Mariners out for a long walk around the town. The water in Bimini, even at the marina, is so clear, and we even spot our first stingray.
Sweetie, we are checked in. Immigration's check, customs check.
Dogs.
Dogs. Almost missed them. Left customs. There were so many different kind of goes ins and outs, and not all the forms that we had were exactly the right forms. They looked exactly the same, but when you looked at some of the wording and questions, they were different. So I had to redo them. And then I walked about 200 feet down the road and realized, oh my gosh, the #1 task that you gave me, the dogs, and making sure all 3 were on the forms. So I ran back, and the guy was super nice. And they put all 3 dogs on, got the stamps, they're all here, we're good to go.
So we got all 3 dogs cleared. You guys are good to be in the Bahamas. We can take you wherever we want with it. In the Bahamas. We're Bahama dogs.
After a restful night at the marina, we head out for a walk around town with the Lab Mariners.
Hi guys. What do you think of the beach? Oh, Nubis thinks it's time to get sand in her face. What do you guys think? Oh guys, what do you think of the beach? We are going to head out soon and go to the Dolphin House. But we're going to take you for a nice long walk before then, okay? You guys okay for a nice long walk? What do you think of our first Bahama beach? Huh? Oh, Nubis. No.
I want to welcome you folks to Bimini's most unique and artistic structure. Built by me, Ashley Sanders, a Bimini local. Why is this called the Dolphin House? Because I go swimming with the wild dolphins in the ocean many years ago, and the artist and me was asleep. And the dolphins woke up. They touched my heart and made me an artist and brought the artist out of me, and I'm making a monument in their honor. Hence the name, Dolphin House.
Very pretty.
I call it a bridge between human and dolphin consciousness. And I've been here since '93, 28 years. They're carved out of coral rock, and they got a starfish on the eye. This here is the native rock, which is coral rock of the beach. This is the limestone rock from South Bimini, which was quarried and brought over by barge. And then the conch shell does about our diet. And I use the shell as my building material, as you see. Everything we're looking at, folks, is recycled, salvaged, collected.
We walked up to the second floor, which has truly been a labor of love, with every surface covered with colorful tiles, shells, bottles, coins, and other found and donated objects with which he creates his artistic mosaics.
Who did the paintings?
I did the paintings
You
and
did
the
the paintings
views.
too?
Those, in some cases, my school buddy did some of these too.
Oh,
they're very nice.
Mr. Davis.
Mr. Bennett Davis did some of these.
Oh.
I'm loving it. I like the octopus.
Yeah, the octopus is made of a clay, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
was about to say, you must have fired it.
Yeah, that's been in the fire. We got a couple of octopus in here, and got a couple of them inside here.
Those are made right on the island.
Island made.
Mermaid
That's a good
first. Yeah, that is cool. The mermaid room. The mermaid. Oh, there's a mermaid here
Definitely
too.
Mermaid room.
Yeah, they're everywhere. The mini Bahamas. Is that a bottle
he's
underneath?
He's like a glass. He's a glass mermaid.
Yeah.
Hey, what's behind this doll? Let's take a look.
I bet it's a big mermaid. Nope, it's a dolphin.
There's
And more in your
There's
shells.
a dolphin and a bunch of king conch shells.
We head up to the third floor, which has been a work in progress for the past 4 years. Several of the walls are covered with his tributes to dolphins in various stages of completion. The high ceilings on this floor allow for improved airflow and increased light. The walls are made of cinder blocks, which are filled with concrete. There are no cavities in the walls, and the ceiling is supported with I-beams, which are welded into the concrete. Thus, the building is made to be hurricane-proof. On the floor, we see neat piles of the objects he uses to create his mosaics, including colorful tiles that have been collected from almost every home in North and South Bimini.
We're looking at the whole of the island, incorporated into one building. And you know, I mix the concrete here, and then I bucket it up and pour it on the metal on top above my head. And it took me 9 months to complete the mixing and pouring of the concrete on the lighthouse.
We head up to the concrete roof, which contains a lighthouse of coral, stones, and shells, and offers a fabulous view.
This tree here is castor oil.
Yeah, castor oil tree?
A medicine, yeah.
Yeah.
We got a different variety of castor oil over here. Not so big a leaf. But
yeah.
My dad told
Very
me when he was young, anytime he did something bad, his mom, my grandmother, would get out the castor oil and make him eat a whole spoonful of castor oil. He said he quickly learned not to get in trouble. So,
Castor oil.
getting the rod, he got a big spoonful of castor oil. He said
Just bad?
He said if he spit it out, he had to take 2.
From the marina in North Bimini, we head south to Nixon's Harbor, where we anchor for the night. In the morning, we head to the SS Sapona wreck and anchor near it.
So we are headed over to a site for a little snorkeling. We're going to a concrete ship where you can snorkel on the concrete ship. And I've got an admission to make. I am not a natural snorkeler or diver. The last time we went snorkeling or diving was about 4 years ago. And I got really claustrophobic. I had horrible ear problems. I couldn't even get down to do diving. So I'm a little anxious about this. I'm gonna give it a try, but as I said, I get really claustrophobic. So I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna see how it goes. So cross your fingers, I'm crossing my fingers, and we'll give it a try. Snorkeling first, then maybe we'll ease into the diving. It's gonna be a long process.
Once we reach the concrete ship, we circle around it and find a good spot to anchor for a few hours. Very little concrete remains on the ship, and what we find is primarily a rusted metal skeleton.
We are here in Bimini. We just got here, what, 2 days ago?
2 days ago, checked in. Spent a night in Bimini. We still have 5 days before our second COVID test, so we are out and about.
We are now outside the SS Sapona. It's behind us, and we're going to go snorkeling there in just a few minutes. But the SS Sapona was one of a fleet of concrete ships that were commissioned during World War I. This actually has a special significance for us because we saw 9 of these concrete ships at Kiptopeke State Park that were used as a breakwater. And I'm putting the link to that above, so make sure to check that out. The interesting thing about this ship was that it was sold to a private buyer who used it as a casino, and then it was sold to another private buyer who used it as a floating warehouse during Prohibition to store and drop off liquor. In 1926, it ran aground here, and then afterwards, it was used during World War II as a bombing target. So you'll see there's a lot of concrete that's missing because of not only the weathering caused by the salt water, but also because of that bombing.
The pups enjoy all the new smells and sights before we put them in for the afternoon while we go snorkeling.
We practiced behind our boat, and we did that so that if we got pulled away at any point, we knew what 2.5 knots of current would feel like in order to be safe. It was also cold over there. There is a natural eddy behind this vessel from the current, and it also keeps everything nice and warm. Probably a good 15 degrees Fahrenheit, or maybe even like 7 degrees Celsius difference between there and the current right here and inside the vessel and behind the eddy.
Make sure to join us next week as we sail down to Gun Cay in the Bimini Islands, where the dogs get to play on the beach and we feed stingrays.